So again this year I decided I'm gonna try to use the olives from my tree to do something. I asked about 3 times. Every time I collected the olives, I thought, let's cure them and process them to make them edible. And unfortunately, all 3 times I was very unsuccessful. I couldn't kind of make any head and tails of getting them to become something more like we buy in the shelves, in the shop, the shelves. So they were all spoiled, and so I had to throw them. But this year, thanks to our brothers and sisters in Palestine, we realized that how valuable those trees are. Then I decided and I looked at a video where people in Palestine used to extract oil from their olives using huge stones, etc. So I thought, why not collect in, and I tried to extract the oil in my way. So basically all these olives I managed to collect. The remaining are enjoyed by our birds. They frequently come and eat where I couldn't reach, and they were too tiny, so these are not that big either, but again, that's what it is. They are all organic, pure nature, no chemicals, nothing at all. So they are all, you could say, without anything, chemically enhancing them to make them big and healthier. So these olives are all being gathered. We are going through the process to make them all clean enough so we can extract some oil. Finally, we are getting there. We are trying to sort it out, take out all the twigs and the damaged one. Most of them are actually small, and some do look damaged, so we're gonna basically give them a wash a couple of times. They really rub them off, so no dirt, nothing there. And we will make sure they're clean enough so we can then smash them, crush them, so we can take out the stone. But it's not going to be easy, because stones can only be taken out if you have a really, one of those olives is just a thick one, and these are so thin, the skin. So it's going to be a hard job, you say, but we are excited. So we have kind of finally managed to slowly sort them out, one by one. So there's no twigs, no dirt, nothing, no dry leaves, no insects, no worms. So there it is. We have given them quite a few kind of washes. And there it is. They are pretty much ready. Oh, I think a final wash. And we're going to drain them. So we do have a plan, what we managed to learn through the videos on YouTube. So we thought, let's make another video for, well, this is a kind of experiment, so we are not really sure that we will achieve the kind of oil people have managed before, or the kind of oils you managed to buy from the shops. But definitely whatever we will extract, it will be 100% pure organic. So they're gonna go through the final wash. And we will make sure we take away all the damaged ones. Some have been turned brown and some black, so they're in various colors. Right, and what I've decided, I managed to find a big, thick bag used for the rice. So we're gonna put, slowly some in that bag, and I'm gonna close the mouth of that bag with a couple of woods and G-clamps so nothing leaks out. And we are sure that this bag won't rip, because it's quite thick and kind of durable and looks heavy duty. And then we're gonna bash it up and see if we can kind of crush them enough so the stones come out. As I'm dubbing in later on, so I can tell you that this wasn't a very successful process, and I don't think someone with olives such as ours with a very thin skin should go through this. I think it's good that you guys skip that process, go straight to blender. I mean, it's a risky business. You put through a blender with the stones, they can smash your jar, but obviously in our case it didn't. So what we did actually manage to kind of bash all of them up slowly, and even we knew it's not going to do much because we were unable to take the stones out, so we had to kind of, but we still it was a long, slow process. One by one we went through, smashing all of them and making sure that they are all kind of in some way they are crushed, so it's easier for even blender to handle it. So that's how it looked when we put it through blender. And these were the stones we managed to separate finally after putting through blender. And there were still small stones in there. For all the separated stone, we were too greedy. We just put a bit of water and started boiling. And while we were boiling, we could kind of feel there's a kind of oil started surfacing, and kind of it brings joy to you that your hard work is beginning to pay. But little that we knew that is just a kind of, it's not that much that we can kind of extract it from the water, but we managed to put that water to the side, and the next day we started scaring with a spoon basically. And now we heated the entire content, including the tiny stones, within that pot, and we boiled it basically. So after boiling, we kind of, while we were boiling, we arranged for cloth, a cotton cloth, and look at my hands, nearly blisters, so we kind of squeezed up whatever we could. But since we added water, which was a big mistake, never add water, because adding water makes it even hard to skim the oil off. So we started, the next day we left it to the side, and next day we started slowly with the spoon skimming the oil off the surface of water. I mean, we were hoping we won't get not much kind of water with it, but we were not sure whether it is without water, so we had another idea. Once we slowly skimmed off the surface, all the oil is separate in one little, pot, glass bowl, and slowly, because it wasn't very easy not to bring the water, and we didn't actually filter the oil, and that is why it was very strong in taste. So instead of filtering, we left whatever the residue was from the, the fruit, the olives. and we decided to boil it in a frying pan. We put it in a pot and boil that oil, so there's hardly any water left. Basically, all water, to make sure all the water is evaporated, we are left with a dark, nice, absolutely mind-blowing smell, and taste was strong as well. Absolutely lovely. So we put it in a little jar. Not that much of a oil there, but still good enough. Took away our tiredness when all the hard work was paid off. So looking at it, we felt that it's best that we heat it up to evaporate all the moisture and the water from it. So we are left with a pure, organic, 100% home extracted oil. And that was a very good idea, actually. So we put it on a fire until it boiled for a bit, and I kind of moved it around and stirred it, so make sure there's no water left in that oil. And we let it boil for a bit, and then I realized no matter how much I boiled it, it won't evaporate, because that oil is only what is left, along with the what came through that cloth, because we didn't filter it. So sadly, every time we look at that olive tree or olives or even this scene here, we look at the olive oil, it reminds of Palestine. Kind of, I don't know how we end up linking it sentimentally, emotionally to our brothers and sisters in Palestine who love their olive trees. So there I made a mistake in spelling gone, so all the water is gone now. And that's the pure 100% olive oil in that jar. And it is absolutely amazing. So I couldn't wait till I tried it with the, morsel of a bread. So I put it in a jar and put it in the fridge. So over the weekend, I could have a breakfast with it. And yes, that day came. I pulled out my 100% pure organic olive oil from the fridge, along with a cup of coffee, and basically egg. So along with homemade za'atar from Palestine, which I bought ages ago and we still use it, so there it goes. It's time to try it out. But it's absolutely amazing. Especially the smell, the fragrance, the taste. You feel as if you just keep smelling it. That's how strong in taste and smell it is. So, I'm going to give it a go. And hopefully, if you get a chance, you have olive tree in your garden, you are lucky enough to collect the fruit. And yes, extract the oil. So satisfying. Amazing feeling. And now we live Palestine, and the people, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help them, as the rest of the ummah is full of cowards. The greed is kicked in to the extent that is flowing in the blood, and there's no courage nor humanity, except people who realize and know that what is happening is wrong. and it shouldn't be happening. So there it is. Thank you for watching. And make sure you're on the right side of the history, so you know that what is happening is wrong. And we shouldn't be supporting it.